Welcome to Turnpike Sports. I'm Dave Weishuttle, and as always, I am joined by co-host and producer Doug Weishuttle. Doug, what's up?
Another Halloween has come and gone,
Yes,
Charlie Brown.
Yes, and I got a rock.
So
That was a fun Halloween.
it's always fun. It's always fun seeing, what was the street's name again?
Thompson Street, was
in
it?
In Bordentown, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Probably one of the nicest small towns we've ever seen.
Sure. I mean, Halloween's great up and down the east. I mean, you go to Salem, you go to Sleepy Hollow. And you have these great little towns that really do Halloween right. So,
Salem gets out of control a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, they were anticipating, 400,000 people again this year?
Good luck
So
finding a parking spot there.
that's the hard part with those things. But, places like Sleepy Hollow gets crowded, too. They always have something good. The, what is it, Horseman's Hollow or something?
Something like that.
It's a sort of an amusement theme park kind of thing, but it's mixed in with all the historical stuff with Sleepy Hollow, the Washington Irving stuff, Legend of Sleepy Hollow, Headless Horseman. But Halloween's always fun, and my God, was it a busy, busy week again with all this stuff with the sports betting, and it's just
more
been
deals
crazy.
Being made, more partnerships being formed. It's been a busy week, so let's take a trip down the Turnpike. And today's trip down the Turnpike is brought to you by the Don Best Bet Camp. Sign up today for the Don Best Bet Camp at Meadowlands Racing and Entertainment in East Rutherford, New Jersey, home of the FanDuel Sportsbook on Friday, November 16th. This is a one-day program designed to help educate sports bettors to make smart, responsible wagers. Act now and get $25 off your registration fee when using our promo code BETNJ. Not only do you get a $25 discount, but you also get a free month of the premium Don Best subscription service, a $25 no deposit required bet when you download and register with the FanDuel mobile app, some cool swag, and some much, much more. And some much, much more, what the hell does that mean? And much, much more.
There you go.
Yeah, and I love the part where they feed you, too. You get breakfast, you get lunch, and you even get to go to a VIP cocktail party where you can mingle with the experts and meet Jonathan Goldsmith and his Astro Ladies. By the way, I didn't know Jonathan Goldsmith was the most interesting man in the world. Yeah.
And he has switched allegiances. He was originally, Dos Equis?
Yeah.
Now he's with Astral Vodka.
Oh, that's a great product. You get to meet him and his Astral Ladies. Register now at donbestbetcamp.com or call 833-DBB-CAMP and use promo code BETNJ.
Exit 1.
All right, we're going to start off pretty much everywhere here. The week began with the NHL making a huge announcement of a sports betting partner. Technically, it was called the official sports betting partner of the NHL. MGM Resorts made this deal, similar to the one they did with the NBA. But this is...
So now MGM can say we're the official sports betting organization or partner with the NHL. Really?
Right. And
wow.
it's a good deal for both. I mean, I think this might be better than the NBA deal. MGM gets access to all the NHL intellectual property, teams, logos, all that stuff, the names. But they'll also be able to use the NHL's fan database to market
that's
their,
a big thing. That's the
fan database.
Yeah, that's the key to any of these agreements is the data that they can get a hold of.
Well, this is so they can market all the resorts, as well as they're going to be doing promoting their M Life Rewards program to all the NHL fans. They've already got 31 million members, but they're going to be able to increase it by talking to the NHL fan base with this. And this helps the NHL because they've already been talking about experimenting with some next generation data like puck tracking and everything for in-game betting.
Puck tracking? Really?
Puck tracking, yes.
Okay. I don't know. You can bet on the puck?
Well, it's speed.
Wow. Okay.
All that stuff.
Jeez.
There's so much different data that they're creating here with this new technology. So anything helps with the in-play betting. And
wow.
you're gonna see prop bets on every game.
That's why the Don Best Bet Camp is a really good idea. All these different bets you can do on these things, and with the new technology, I guess it makes it easier to bet on different things.
Yep. And the one thing I found interesting in this deal that sets us apart from the NBA deal that MGM did, the revenue from the deal is going to be split between 50-50 with the NHL and the NHL Players Association. So a lot of people are starting to think that maybe this is going to lead to a rise in the salary cap for the NHL. So we're going to start seeing more and more big deals coming down the road because of this.
Wow.
And Bettman did a little distancing himself from the integrity fee.
What a great name for
Now
us.
it's a great name.
Yeah.
Not when he was doing the lawsuit against everybody. But, this is nothing new. I mean, we'd also had the New Jersey Devils announce that they're going to be partnering with William Hill. They're going to have a William Hill, what's it called here? They're going to be, they're calling it the Devil's Lair.
The Devil's Lair. Okay.
And it's a William Hill branded bar. They're not going to be able to bet.
Okay, I was just going to ask
No,
that. Can
no
you
betting.
bet there?
No betting.
Or, okay.
But they're going to have the lounge, and they're going to
Lounge.
have their odds posted everywhere inside the arena.
So they're going to have the big board, but no, you
But
can't
they're
act on it.
They're going to be able to push the mobile app,
Okay, yeah, I can
which
see that.
allows people to bet in the stadium anyway because of all that.
Let me tell you something. If you're in New Jersey, every sports bar has now just become a sports book because everyone has their phones out. Everyone's watching the games. Everyone's betting.
Of course.
It's constant.
Well, speaking of the Devils, the owners of the Devils, Harris Blitzer Sports and Entertainment, they own the Devils and they own
And
the Sixers.
Yeah.
They just did a double deal with Caesars. Caesars is going to partner with both the NHL and the NBA team. It's the first cross-sports sponsorship with a casino that has a sports book. So it made a little deal. Made a little news there.
Well, I guess that's good. I guess Pennsylvania is pretty soon going to offer sports betting, so I guess they're jumping on the bandwagon early.
Well, they got some nice promotions here for both teams. Well, besides the Sixers and Devils promoting all their the casinos in the area, especially Harris Philly, in their on their home games, here's what they're doing with the Sixers. The Sixers fans are going to have the opportunity to get a complimentary stay at Caesars Atlantic City or an all-expenses-paid weekend to the Link Hotel and Casino in Vegas.
Okay.
This is all part of the Score for the Shore in-game promotions. They're going to have on-court promotions during the games, and they're also going to have the Sixers are going to do a social media contest, Live Like a Caesars VIP, which is where those hotel packages come into play.
Okay.
And
I'm assuming signage at their games. And
both
things like
teams
that.
are going to be promoting all their properties, so all the local properties. For the Devils, they're going to have the Caesars branded Shoot for a Million on ice promotion. Jersey Devil fans are going to have a chance to win $1 million during the second period break.
All right, let me guess. They're going to put a board up in front of the goal, and they're going to put a little slot where you have to shoot the puck from across the ice into that little slot, right?
Probably. I don't know.
Okay.
No details have been released on the actual promotion.
I don't know what else you can do.
Here's also something really cool for the Devils. They're going to have the Caesars Club. It's a 5,000-seat restaurant and bar, and it's going to be open only for New Jersey Devil Club members on the main concourse in the Prudential Center.
So how do you become a Jersey Devil Club member? I'm assuming if you're a season ticket holder,
that's basically it. Yeah.
Part of it, right? Okay.
That's right. Moving on to, let's stay with Caesars.
Boy, Caesars has been busy.
They signed a 15-year deal with the Raiders.
Okay.
They are one of the founding members of the new $1.8 billion Las Vegas stadium.
Okay.
So besides the Devils, they're getting the Caesars Club, whatever you want to call it there. They may change the name at some point. This is interesting.
I guess you're going to get comped with NFL tickets.
Well, here.
Wouldn't you?
Listen to this deal. Caesars is going to have a branded stadium entrance and a drop-off zone.
Okay.
They're going to have digital signage, media, radio, and print assets, in addition to having alumni, player, and cheerleader appearances branded by Caesars. They're also going to be giving...
Really? Wait. And the NFL is okay with this? I mean, they're going to have their players...
It gets better.
Okay.
It gets better.
I mean, they were really hard-ass a couple years ago about players even going into a casino. Now they're representing casinos.
This is what Caesars is able to do with the Raider Stadium now. They're also going to be able to provide certain of their customers and Total Rewards members access to customized Caesars-branded owner suites at the stadium's 50-yard line.
Yep. I told you they're going to comp people.
VIP dinners on the field. On the field.
This is for their whales.
Yeah.
When you get the whales in.
Training facility events, fantasy camp participation, stadium tours, and tickets to home games and most of the events being held at the stadium.
I would bet eventually their Caesars will have a logo on the Raiders jersey.
Oh yeah,
I mean it's coming.
That's the next step.
It's going to come.
And last but not least, we have the Jets.
Yeah, the Jets made a move.
Two moves.
Two moves, okay.
They have two deals in place. One everyone's a little annoyed at.
Okay.
888.com is sponsoring the Jets.
Okay.
The reason everyone's mad about that is 888.com's website, their casino, their poker site. Right at the top of everything, they have the 888 Sportsbook.
Okay.
And that kind of is iffy in the rules, but the Jets are doing it anyway. They made the deal. You're seeing 888 branding everywhere in the stadium.
Okay.
Now, they also did a deal with MGM. MGM is now the official gaming partner of the Jets.
Okay.
This deal, which is...
Okay, MGM is the M Life Rewards card, right? Which I have, by the way, and I got it at Borgata.
Yeah.
So the Jets can tie into your rewards?
Yes.
Oh, wow. All right.
And also, Jet fans are going to be able to play along a predictive social media game aptly named I Called It.
All right.
They get to bet on upcoming plays, basically, in some way, shape, or form. I don't know if it's an actual bet.
So we're not talking about real money here.
May
this
not
is
be
a social thing.
It may end up being real money. Who knows? And then your MGM's going to be able to market everything they have to Jets fans.
Okay.
So,
well, you're a big Jets fan. You're going to get some MGM sponsored Jet gear.
I hope so. Okay. I'll talk to them and see what they give me.
You know, you always stop in the Borgata gift shop. I wonder if they're going to be selling Jet stuff now.
That's Eagles and Giants country down
there. I know, but they have a deal with the Jets. So,
well, hey. I want to see how far along these go because they are straddling the line now of dealing with sports betting.
I don't see a big difference between the Jets, the 888 thing that they did, and the Raiders MGM or Caesars deal because, I mean, they're both really intertwining their teams and their casinos.
I'm waiting to see the kiosks start appearing in the stadiums. They got to be.
Yeah, you don't even need it. You got your phones.
Well,
you got your phones.
Again, I think William Hill likes their kiosks. They've got 80 of them all over the place in Nevada. So
I bet at dinner last night at a table of a restaurant.
Yeah, well, any place is now a sports book.
Exit 2.
We're leaving the exciting world of sports betting to go to the exciting world of sports sponsorships. Following every other soccer league in the world, the Major League Soccer Association is now going to have advertising and sponsorship sleeve patches.
Don't they do that in Europe anyway?
That's what I'm saying. Everyone else says this.
Why were they so slow with this?
Don't ask me, but this is a 4-year pilot program by
pilot program. Yeah, it's going to work, by the way. Yeah. I don't think you need any research to figure that one out.
Here's why maybe they were a little slow, because the place where they're placing the patch is going to replace where the MLS main league logo is on every uniform. So they're moving the patch out of there, and whatever team wants to sign a sponsorship deal replaces that MLS patch with the sponsor patch.
You know, while we're on patches and MLS and soccer, can they just find a little area on their shirt to put the names of the damn soccer teams? You know, I don't.
Doesn't the MLS do that already?
No, they don't. You know,
the Premier Leagues, the Barclays, all those other ones overseas, they don't do it.
Yeah,
I thought MLS did.
Let me tell you something. Philadelphia has the Philadelphia Union, and they don't have Union across their front. They have Bimbo across their front, which is, I guess, it's a bread company.
Yes,
and that's their big sponsor, Bimbo. By the way, if you have a woman in your life, please, you probably don't want to get her a Philadelphia Union shirt. She'll be wearing Bimbo all over. But they don't have Philadelphia Union.
Well,
they have Bimbo.
Now they're going to have other sponsors everywhere, and it's going. The league is leaving it up to the teams to actually sell the jerseys with the sponsorship patches on it. They don't have to do it that way, and they're anticipating up to $2 million per year being brought in per team.
Wow. Yeah, I know. It's a great idea because it works in Europe, and it's going to work here.
It works for the NBA. They just brought in. They've been averaging $9 million a team.
I'll go you one step further. They're going to have casinos and they're going to have sports betting places all over their jerseys in the next 3 to 4 years. Watch.
Well, it's going to be interesting to watch. But again, it's going to be a 4-year pilot program. I think it's going to be permanent program after 4 years, if not before that. So, we'll just see what they do.
Exit 3.
Going from sports to esports now. Drake, the pop star, has now teamed up with Scooter Braun to co-lead an investment in the esports company 100 Thieves.
Okay.
This is now a $25 million funded esports team.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And they don't even
What
crack...
do they use the money for?
They don't even crack the top 10.
I mean, what do I mean?
Well, here,
I mean, you're financing this, but what are
this new round of money comes in? They're going to add at least 10 people to create a content team for the company. They don't have one yet, which is amazing to me. They're going to sign more players, and it increases the value of the team. They're now 11th on the Forbes list of esports teams.
So a lot of this money goes to salaries of players. I mean, I'm assuming they. I mean, do they come with their own equipment, or they have to buy their own equipment? They buy the computers and things like that.
They give them uniforms. They give them contracts. They're treated almost like sports figures when you do this stuff.
Wow. Okay.
But again, this was a little different because 100 Thieves started out as an apparel company. It was a lifestyle brand, which Dan Gilbert of the Cleveland Cavaliers, that guy, he invested into this and made it able to go from just an apparel lifestyle brand to an esports company, which is why supposedly that's what Drake was interested in, because he's getting a clothing brand as well as an esports team.
So I guess they're building. I know the Luxor has a big esports arena, or if that's not open yet, it's coming. I know there's a lot of, I think, overseas. Didn't you tell me in Japan or China?
China just built the first esports stadium.
I mean, I know Atlantic City now is looking at esports and expanding that into, because I guess the betting culture, I mean, this is one more thing you can put some money down on. But, hey, it's really growing, and the money some of these people are throwing at this sport is amazing.
Well, here's what you got. The top esports company called Cloud9.
Okay.
This is number one on the Forbes list. Whenever you have a Forbes list, there's a lot of money involved. They are valued at $310 million.
Wow.
They made $22 million in revenue. They have 92 players and 11 teams.
So to make revenue, I guess you would do deals with television sponsorships.
Yep, okay. Everything like that. Twitch, they have subscription services.
And I guess if they win a tournament, they get money, right? Is that how that works?
That's usually how it works.
Okay.
I mean, it didn't used to work that way. Now it's just money out the wazoo everywhere for everybody.
Wow.
But it's a growing field, and it's getting more and more named people involved in it. It is.
I mean, people investing in it are pretty well known, and I think they're pretty savvy businessmen. So
hey, even I know who Drake is. So
Exit 4.
Now, this is the news you've been waiting for, I can tell. Another lacrosse league is starting up. Professional lacrosse. This is the Premier Lacrosse League. It's set to launch in June of next year.
Is this U.S.?
This is United States.
Okay.
It's started by supposedly the sport's most highest profile player, Paul Rabel. Now, I don't follow lacrosse too much.
Is there a professional lacrosse team league already?
There's two.
There's two, okay.
Major League Lacrosse, MLL,
all right,
and the National Lacrosse League, the NLL.
I remember growing up, there was something called indoor box lacrosse, and you saw these commercials where these guys were basically beating each other with a stick. I mean, they were like knocking each other against the wall. We actually saw that one time.
One of the most boring sports. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't do anything.
The trailers for it, the commercials for it, took all the hits from all different parts of the game, and that's it. That's what they made the trailer out of, to make it look more exciting.
I really thought it'd be a street fight with sticks when I went there, and it was lacrosse.
Yeah. Well, this one's going to be a little different than the other leagues. Normally, the leagues are set up just like the NFL or the NBA. They have home teams and visitor teams and all that stuff. This is a traveling league. They're all going to be playing every weekend in the same location. There's no home stadium. There's no visitor stadium. There's no nothing.
Okay.
So it's going to be a 14-week season, 12 major cities, and the championship game is going to be September 21st and NBC is going to be broadcasting it.
Really? Damn. NBC.
So they've got a TV deal all set to go.
Do they
with
know
this.
where it's going to be held?
No, they haven't announced that one yet.
Okay.
But it's going to be 10 regular season weekends, 1 All-Star weekend, and 2 playoff weekends, and then a championship weekend on September 21st.
So what do you think? Will the championship be held in Vegas?
Of course.
I mean, it just seems like everything's being held in Vegas now.
Well, again, that's the place to be for a lot of major sports now. All right, that's the end of the rundown.
Well, I just want to remind everyone, today's trip down the Turnpike was brought to you by the Don Best Bet Camp. Sign up today for the Don Best Bet Camp at Meadowlands Racing and Entertainment in East Rutherford, New Jersey, home of the FanDuel Sportsbook on Friday, November 16th. This is a one-day program designed to help educate sports bettors to make smart, responsible wagers. Act now and get $25 off your registration fee when you use our promo code BETNJ. Not only do you get the $25 discount, but you also get a free month of premium Don Best subscription service, a $25 no deposit required bet when you download and register with the FanDuel mobile app, some cool swag, and much, much more. You also get breakfast, lunch, and a VIP cocktail party where you can mingle with the experts and meet Jonathan Goldsmith and his Astro Ladies. Register now at donbestbetcamp.com or call 833-DBBCAMP and use promo code BETNJ.
Meet the most interesting man in the world.
I know, I didn't know who that was before, but the most interesting man in the world.
Well, like I said, he shifted allegiances. He went from Dos Equis to Astral Vodka.
Astral Vodka.
And for everybody out there to get in touch with us, call or text us at 609-512-6510. Hit us up on Facebook or Twitter. The address is at Turnpike Sports for both of those. Email us at info@turnpikesportsradio.com. Also, don't forget to order your International Bikini Team calendars. info@internationalbikini-team.org is the email address for all your ordering information. Don't forget to check out the show. We're distributed by iHeartRadio, iHeartMedia, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and YouTube, as well as go to turnpikesportsradio.com and click on the podcast button there, and you'll hear every single show we've released.
Stick around because we're going to have our picks, our next segment. We did pretty well this week. You know,
Both of us went 2-1.
Both went 2-1. Second week in a row, I went 2-1. I can't, the damn Cincinnati Bengals. So I'll save my rant for next segment, but damn Bengals. I'm not going with them again this week, by the way.
Nor should you.
No. Stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports. Hey, this is Dave Weishuttle from Turnpike Sports with this week's Bet Flash. The NHL has announced that MGM Resorts International will be its official sports betting partner in the U.S. Under the agreement, MGM has a non-exclusive right to use the trademark and logos of the NHL and also utilize the real-time data generated by the teams. September has been a record month for Nevada sportsbooks. More money has been bet and lost in the state since they started keeping records in 1984. According to the state's Gaming Control Board, $571 million was bet during the month, and the books won $56.3 million of that. And finally, by now, sports bettors are familiar with Todd Gurley's run, which intentionally stopped short of the goal line, giving the LA Rams a 29-27 win over the Green Bay Packers. The Rams were a 7.5-point favorite, and that play led to a $1 million swing in favor of the bettors in the Vegas sportsbooks. It was bad news for those who bet on the Rams, but it was a smart football play for those of us who went with the Packers. From the seaside to the desert, from the betting lines to the sites online, Turnpike Sports has got you covered. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at Turnpike Sports.
Free stuff is awesome, but free stuff that will spice up your bedroom is even better. Just go to adamandeve.com and select almost any one item for 50% off, and then we'll load on the free stuff. Just enter this very exclusive code, BABE16 at checkout, and you'll get 10 tantalizing free gifts, including a sexy item for him, a special toy for her, and a third item you'll both enjoy. And for your viewing pleasure, 6 free spicy movies on DVD. Plus, free shipping! Always sent in discreetly. So go to adamandeve.com now. Get 50% off plus 10 free gifts when you enter the exclusive offer code BABE16. Again, that's BABE16. Because without it, no free stuff. That's BABE16 at adamandeve.com.
Sports betting is here, so now is the time to get ahead while the rest of the country is playing catch-up. Well, the way to gain an advantage over everyone else is to be more informed than everyone else, and that way is the Don Best Bet Camp. Moneyline Sports Group has partnered with Don Best Sports and FanDuel Sportsbook to offer a one-of-a-kind, innovative program to help educate sports bettors to make smart, responsible wagers. Sign up today for the Don Best Bet Camp at Meadowlands Racing and Entertainment in East Rutherford, New Jersey, home of the brand-new FanDuel Sportsbook on Friday, November 16th for the launch event of this highly anticipated one-day hands-on experience. Act now and get $25 off your registration fee when you use our promo code BETNJ. You'll also get a free month of the premium Don Best subscription service, a $25 no deposit required bet when you download and register within the FanDuel mobile app, some cool swag, and much, much more. You get breakfast, lunch, and even a VIP cocktail party where you can mingle with the experts and meet Jonathan Goldsmith and his Astro Ladies. Register now at donbestbetcamp.com or call 833-DBB-CAMP and use our promo code BETNJ. Stay ahead of the game with Don Best Bet Camp.
We'll get right back to the show, but I want to take a minute to talk to you about Bean Genius. How would you like your coffee delivered right to your door every month, maybe 2 times a month? Well, now that can happen with Bean Genius. Bean Genius sells freshly roasted coffee from some of the best independent coffee roasters in the country at beangenius.com. And Bean Genius actually learns their customers' individual taste preferences, then suggests future coffee blends for them. Well, how do they do that? Well, this is the cool thing about Bean Genius. Over at beangenius.com, they use an algorithm which learns the coffee flavors you like and then pairs up what you like with the coffee that they have in stock. And it's all based upon you. Every time you order, the system learns. The system learns your preferences as you go along and order more and more coffee. And now, all our listeners at Turnpike Sports can get a special offer. You head on over to beangenius.com/subscription, and you'll be able to get 10% off your purchase when you use our promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E, at checkout. That's 10% off at beangenius.com/subscription with promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. beangenius.com, the smart specialty coffee subscription service.
Welcome back to Turnpike Sports. Now it's time for our pick segment. You know, the second week in a row, I went 2-1. You went 2-1 last week too. You're the only one that had a perfect week so far.
Yeah, I got lucky. I'd like to say it was my incredible skill at handicapping games, but no, it's luck. I'm learning it as well. I'm a novice sports bettor too, just like the rest of New Jersey.
You know, the Bengals killed me. The Bengals killed me. You know who actually killed me was them taking Jameis Winston out and Tampa Bay putting Fitzpatrick in.
Well, I just can't believe Fitzpatrick is playing the way he was playing that very first year he was with the Jets, and he does that every so often, especially if it's in a contract year, and he's playing for a contract again.
Sure,
he's got a one-year deal. So he's been actually doing really well. He's probably one of the best quarterbacks out there right now. And it just shows you that he needs a really good supporting cast in terms of offense around him. And, he kind of screws up everybody when he comes in.
And how about Todd Gurley? Oh, my God. Thank God I went with the Packers on that one.
He made every single, not only the bettors, but the fantasy sports players
that was
were
a
all unhappy
$1 million swing with that play that he just didn't go into the end zone. If he went to the end zone, yeah, he would have made the sports books happy and
but you know what?
on Rams happy.
He had the right attitude when asked about that at the end of the game. He said, don't care about fantasy, don't care about betting, don't care about Vegas. It was the right play.
Yep, it was. Especially since I went with the Packers.
There you go. So did I. So,
and this week's Pro Pick segment is brought to you by the Pennsylvania iLottery. New bonus offer from the Pennsylvania iLottery. Get a 50% deposit bonus up to $50 off of your first deposit when you sign up using promo code DEP50 at www.pailottery.com/signup. Play here, there, everywhere. Must be 18 years or older and located in PA. Other terms and restrictions apply.
All right, let's get into the first games we got for the weekend here. I think we have the same game at least one of our three. Just so everyone knows, as usual, we're going to pick 3 games. The picks are going to be up on the Turnpike Sports blog. Just go to turnpikesportsradio.com and click on the blog button. They'll be up probably within an hour after the show is released today. So let's start off with the game. I think we've got the same game, the L.A. Rams at New Orleans Saints.
Yep. Are you a little surprised that New Orleans is favored in this game? I know they're they're the home team, but they're favored. They're favored by 1.5, and I thought that was crazy. I love what the Rams are doing this year, but I'm very surprised that they're a 1.5 favorite.
Well, I was more amazed at that over-under that they had. It was a 59.5 point over-under, which everyone, it tells me they're going to it's a blowout of a game here. It's going to be a barn burner, no defense. But honestly, I don't think that's the case. The Rams have gotten so much better on defense, especially when they picked up Dante Fowler in that trade with the Jaguars.
Sure.
I didn't think that defense could get any better, and I think they have with that acquisition.
Well, that's why I'm going with the LA Rams this week. I think the Rams defense will be the deciding factor here. It's going to be a high-scoring game, but I don't think it'll be a blowout by any side. But I think the defense for the LA Rams are going to help them pull this one out. So I'm going with the underdog LA Rams.
I'm going with the Rams too. Again, you got to respect what Drew Brees does with that offense, but their defense is hit or miss, and I think they may keep it close for a while, but ultimately the Rams are going to pull away, and they're going to beat the Saints. So I'm picking the Rams. My next game is the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore is a 3-point favorite in this game, and there's an over/under of 47.5. Pittsburgh always seems to play best against their own division opponents, and even though they don't have Le'Veon Bell this season, I don't know when they're going to get him, they don't seem to miss him, especially with Connor as their running back. They have a strong running game, and the Ravens have been struggling all year, and the last couple of weeks they've been showing some weaknesses. So the Steelers are coming in 8-0-1 on the road in their last 9 games. I don't think there's really a question in this game right now because I think the Steelers are going to show up, even though they have been up and down. They haven't been really consistent, but they've been consistent enough. And I'm going with the Steelers as a slight upset here. They shouldn't be, though.
This is one of those games I think you're going to see this line move because I was very surprised that, I thought it'd be – sure, I guess the Pittsburgh Steelers would be the underdog, but, not by 3. I thought it'd be like a 1.5 or 2 points, but
it's interesting. I checked. This line hasn't moved since it was released on Tuesday. It stayed at 3. So it may change Saturday, it may change Sunday morning, but right now the Ravens are still a 3-point favorite, but I'm picking the Steelers.
Well, the Ravens are the home team, so they're getting that 3-point bump. So
and they get to enjoy their new casino sponsorship deal too. So
Well, my game is the L.A. Chargers at the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle is favored by 1.5 with an OU of 48. I know, I look, even though Seattle's at home and their 12th man is cheering them on or wherever they call it out there, I like the Chargers in this one. I like the Chargers offense. I think it's going to be way too much for that secondary of Seattle who is hurt and it's green. And I think Phillip Rivers is going to have a field day finding the end zone. So I'm picking the L.A. Chargers.
You can't go wrong with Phillip Rivers.
No, I don't like that Seattle secondary at all. So
I don't like Seattle at all, period. I mean, offense or defense, they seem to have just faded away really, really badly.
Yeah, and look, Seattle's the home team, and they're only favored by 1.5. They're not even getting that 3-point bump. So it kind of tells me that the Chargers are in good shape for this one.
Yeah, especially ever since that Super Bowl loss to the Patriots, Seattle has just been a shadow of its former self. And,
that was their high water mark, and I think it's all coming down now.
Yeah, I think it's all falling apart, not just coming down. My last game of the week, Houston Texans at Denver Broncos. Broncos are a 1-point favorite, and it's an over-under 46. Now, I know the Broncos have shown at times that they're a competent team, Not good, but
I
competent.
don't like the Broncos at all this year.
And it's just been weird watching that offense not function. And I don't know if it's because it's in Case Keenum doesn't fit that offensive scheme or whatever's going on. You know, they just got rid of Demaryius Thomas. They traded him to the Texans, who they're playing.
Mm-hmm.
So Texans said thank you very much. They're going to pair him with DeAndre Hopkins. And right now, I don't think the Denver Broncos secondary can keep up with these two receivers.
No.
Let alone anything. I don't even think they can probably cover Deshaun Watson there. So I am going with the Texans in a slight upset.
I think, Houston's been on kind of a roll, so I think they're going to roll.
5 straight.
Yeah.
5 straight.
I think they're going to roll all over Denver. Like I said, I don't like Denver at all this year.
No.
My final game is the Kansas City Chiefs at the Cleveland Browns. Kansas City is favored by 8.5 with an OU of 51.5. What an awful week for the Browns. They lose their offensive coordinator. They lose their head coach. And, when you're going up against the best team in the league, it's not a recipe for success. And, normally I don't touch games with that 8.5 spread kind of thing. I don't like games like that, but you know what? The Browns offense will look confused because it should be, because they have a whole new coaching staff now, and it's understandable. So I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to just roll this week. I'm picking the Chiefs. I'm just laying the points.
But what happened in Cleveland?
Oh, what a mess!
I'm not even just talking about the Browns, but the Cavaliers fired their head coach too. I mean, they're two professional teams that drew the most attention. They don't have their head coaches anymore. And all of that talk at the beginning of the season for the Browns, they have just fallen back into the same old Browns.
Well, look, I mean, I think they're... Well, how many wins do they have this year? I don't even know how many wins they have this year.
I think they have 2.
2? Yeah. Boy.
Which is 2 more than Hugh Jackson has gotten in the previous couple seasons. So they should have just hung on to him for that. But there was so much dysfunction there. I was reading stories about Todd Haley not bothering to listen to the game plan Hugh Jackson set out, and now their temporary head coach is Greg Williams.
Wow,
the guy who was the architect behind, what was that, Bountygate?
Yeah,
back when he was with the New Orleans Saints.
When he come out, he said, "I had a whole bunch of teams ask me for a head coach to be head coach."
He said he's turned down at least 11 teams.
All right, that's great. Yeah,
well, you know what? Let me rephrase that. He didn't say 11 teams. He said he's turned down 11 head coaching job offers. He never said they were all professional, though.
Okay.
So I'm parsing his words here a little bit, but it's one of those things where he made that boast and people are, they're calling him on it.
Yeah, Twitter jumped all over that one.
And, in this day of social media, never make that claim on social media or anywhere, really. There's too much out there.
Yep.
All right, those are our picks to recap.
Recap. Yeah, that's our recap.
I went with the Steelers, Rams, and Texans.
I went with the L.A. Chargers, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the L.A. Rams, all L.A. this week.
All righty. And wait. Before the picks will be up on the Turnpike Sports blog following this the release of the show. Go to turnpikesportsradio.com and click on the blog button, and you'll see the picks there. You'll also see the Turnpike Sports International Bikini Team Girl of the Week there. You'll also see some articles dealing with sports betting and other topics out there. So please visit the blog, and if you have any comments, feel free to leave them at the blog or email them to us at info@turnpikesportsradio.com.
And I just want to remind everyone that this pick segment was sponsored by the Pennsylvania iLottery. New bonus offer from the Pennsylvania iLottery. Get a 50% deposit bonus up to $50 off of your first deposit when you sign up using promo code DEP50 at www.pailottery.com/signup. Play here, there, everywhere. Must be 18 years or older and located in PA. Other terms and restrictions apply.
All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the sports. And congratulations to the Red Sox for winning the World Series.
Yeah, and breaking the trophy. Way to go.
Well, it wasn't really his fault.
Stop throwing beer. Well, and on behalf of us Phillies fans, thank you, Boston fans. You made us look good.
Well, I still think Cora made the wrong statement there when he told everybody, they scored 16 runs in Yankee Stadium and they can go suck it. So whatever was thrown at him, he sort of, brought it on there himself a little bit. But congratulations to the Red Sox for winning again. And what is that now? 3 or 4 in the last 10
For
years?
the last 15 years?
Something like that,
yeah.
yeah. All right, everybody, have a great weekend.
Hey, enjoy football, enjoy basketball, enjoy hockey, and I guess baseball's over. Well, I don't know when do pitchers and catchers report?
Pretty soon
I
again.
know someone's going to start that countdown. Hey, but enjoy your sports this weekend. See you next week on the Turnpike.